Hello, this is another video about violin posture for children when they first start to hold the violin. So we discussed the violin hold, we discussed different activities that you can do, walking around with a violin hold like this. One thing I want you to watch out for with your students or your child is a lot of times the student will hold the violin like this and stick their belly out like this because they think that this is actually going to help hold up the violin because they don't have the strength here in their back, their neck, their shoulders to hold the violin, so they'll stand like that. So you want to make sure that they stand up nice and straight and tall, like a tree. I always say like a tree, and hold the violin without sticking the belly out, and to do different exercises. We talked about walking around the house. You can go up and down like this. Very subtle, gentle, lift one leg up type of thing, but no jumping, running craziness in case you lose the violin and it falls. It's not a good thing. But do keep an eye out for the stance of the student or child when they're practicing. And always make sure that the violin is up and nice and tall, that it's like this and not that it sags. A lot of times students play and they have what I call the droopy violin. And it's a sad violin. You don't want that to happen. And that also happens a lot when they stick their belly out. This is kind of the thing. The violin sags, the belly sticks out. So one thing you can do is take an eraser and put the eraser here on the violin. And if the violin sags, then the eraser is going to fall off. Anything that is flat, and I've actually used even Trident gum in the wrapper, not chewed, no chewed gum, but in the wrapper, because it's a little rectangular stick, and put that there, and they have to be able to keep it up while they're playing. And you can also do that on the follow the leader exercise, the games where you walk around with the instrument to not lose the Trident gum or whatever gum it is, this little rectangular wrapper. And then at the end, if the gum or candy that's in the wrapper has stayed on the violin, then they can have it as their prize or their treat. So hopefully you found this to be helpful, and watch those students, watch the children, that they have great posture, because if they start with bad posture and continue with bad posture, it's going to be harder to fix when they're adults, and also their body will start to grow in that way if they continue to play the violin that way. One other thing to watch out for, that the shoulders are even when they hold the violin. Not that they're lifting one shoulder up in order to hold the violin. We don't want to have that shoulder up. Because I've also seen that happen with students. They hold the violin like this, and then when they get older, they have one shoulder actually higher than the other. So make sure that when they start young and they continue on, that they have great posture, so that they don't have problems when they get into their early teens or adulthood. And hopefully you found this to be helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Happy practicing.